Hello everyone. So today, like I have mentioned in my past videos, I love to read different types of classical novels. So today I thought about the time that I first started reading these classical novels, and the thing I have noticed is many people, including myself, start with this really uh, hard to understand, hard to evaluate classical novels. So today I am bringing you some suggestions for classical novels that are way easier to read, way more comfortable, and that can just pull you into the story itself, so you don't have to be bored while reading it. They are also very easy to digest, and their English is not too boring or too hard for starters. So these are few of my suggestions for that. Our first classical novel is The Christmas Carol. It's by Charles Dickens. Now most of the Charles Dickens novels are very thick and heavy, and the ones I have read are sometimes very hard to understand and hard to understand the moral of the story or the messaging of the book, like what does the book want to say to you. As for The Christmas Carol, it's a very easy story. This story is about a man who is rather done with his life. He doesn't believe in charity or Christmas or enjoying his life and things like that. So one day his business partner who is dead comes to meet him, and he is locked in chain and all that. So he tells the main character that three ghosts will visit him, and the three ghosts are ghosts from past, from future, and from present. So this story takes you on a journey of these three ghosts of Christmas that take him on journey to understand, see his past, future, and what is happening in present while he's sulking. So this book helps one person understand what real meaning of enjoying, socializing, or happiness is, why one should do charity and all that. It gives a very important message, but it is very short. As you can see, it's not too long, it's not too boring. The the metaphors are easier to understand, like the ghost and how the ghost present themselves. It's a very interesting story, and a person, if you are looking for something to read in winter, this is a perfect book for winters, and it is a perfect classic to start for Charles Dickens novels. The next novel I am going to talk about is actually a very short, strange case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. So this book is a really interesting book because it's a psychological thriller per se. There is this man uh, who is like our main character, who is advocate, and he finds a very weird will that states that if Dr. Jekyll died, his inheritance will go to Mr. Hyde. So this book is whole story about who is Dr. Jekyll, how he is connected to Mr. Hyde, and it shows the cruelty of human nature, and how when humans are not, humans are not, I have said this before, humans are not either good or either bad. So this book perfectly puts how if one side is heavier than other, what happens to a human being, what happens to a person. So reading this book helps one understand their own mentality, others mentality, and help us understand we are living our lives, and how it should be lived, but not in a very preachy manners, but rather a very hopeful manner. Even though there are a lot of, like, it's a thriller, still I believe it's a very good novel to read, a very good start for reading classical literature. It is very easy to understand. I finished this book in like 4 hours, even though I wrote stuff on it, like my thoughts, because it was very thought provoking book. So the next book is from Jane Austen, and the next book is Northanger Abbey. Now the book is very simple. It is a romance. It's classical Jane Austen romance. For anyone who has watched or read Jane Austen, you know how much appreciated Jane Austen's romance is in romance genre itself. And many of the books nowadays also like use a lot of her tropes, like the things she have said or things she finds interesting in human mind. This one in particular focuses on people like me. This is my favorite novel from Jane Austen because I'm biased, because the main character, she's a lot like me, and she likes this gothic vibes and gothic books, like the ones that have a little bit murder or little bit thriller twist to it. So that's why I found it very much like me. So and she goes to live in the Northanger Abbey actually, and there she finds some mysteries that need to be solved. But are there really mysteries? And oh my god, this is one of my favorite male lead from Jane Austen, because he is so understanding of her, even though she is being totally out there with her theories for the mysteries. He still understands her, still supports her, and still like uh, like still falls in love with her madly, even though like there are other options for him, like other women, who like him. He still falls in love for her, and that's all. She's living in fantasy, and he loves her for that. And I love this book for that, because this is one of the best male leads from Jane Austen, at least for me, because I really like him. And the last book that I'm going to recommend is The White Knight. Now, I will say, if you do not like sad books, stay away from this book. Like, stay far away from this book, because this book will rip your soul apart. I'm going to make a separate video on just this book because of how badly it hurts me to read this book again and again. But it's a classical novel by Fyodor Dostoevsky. I'm sorry if I'm butchering his name. He is Russian. I don't know how to pronounce his name. But this is one of the classical novels. If you know Hindi cinema, the movie Savarya is inspired by this book, and thankfully I read this book before watching Savarya. So I was able to complete this book without any spoiler, which is not a good thing, because I cried a lot when the end came. And I'm not going to give you any spoiler about what happens, what doesn't happen. Just know that it will be very sad experience. It's about this lonely man who is known as Dreamer, and he falls in love with this girl called Nastenka. And this is a story of the four nights that they meet for like 1 or 2 hours, and how he madly falls in love with her. She's in love with another dude. It's a whole khichdi of things, but it's a very like it's a very thought inspiring, thought provoking book that will make you question things, not just about Nastenka herself, but also about yourself, about dreamers, his quality, his the things that he lacked in life, and how he could have improved it, but he didn't have the opportunity to do it, or he didn't even think that he needed to change those things. And when you will look at yourself, if you look at yourself as Nastenka, or if you look at yourself as a dreamer, you will still connect with both of them, and you will see the things that you need to change in your life for better personal growth, as well as better life for yourself. So these are the four books. There is also one more book by Fyodor Dostoevsky that I really love. It's The Ghost from Underground. I actually do not have that book with me right now, because it's currently, I borrowed it from a friend of mine, and so I returned it to him. But it is a really amazing book. It focuses on a man that lives literally underground. So he's like he's a loser in every way possible that society sees a person as. He doesn't have any friend, he doesn't have a good job, he doesn't make good money, he doesn't have a life partner, and he's dying. And he embarrasses himself. So literally, half of my friends and me, we are literal, I admit we are literally like that. But it's fine, we can the book overall, like you can judge the man in the book for whole book like I did, and then the man hits you with you're not, like the end is kind of like saying to us or asking us, well, you judged him for being a loser, but what are you, like what are you doing in your life that is different from him? What are you doing in your life that is better than him? And how can you make the life that you are living currently better to not end up like him? So these are the few questions that I thought the book was asking, and it really opened my eyes to some of the flaws that I had, but I didn't even realize I had them. Like I am a very coward person. Sometimes I run away from my problems, and there are chapters where he runs away from his problem, and I felt like, oh, this is what I do when I am in problems. So that kind of tells you what you are lacking as a person, and it asks you question, what are you doing to change that about yourself? So I think the Notes from Underground is also a good book to read, though I will say that this book and that book doesn't really have a defined character's name for the main character, so it can get a little confusing, but once you get the zest of it, you will be able to understand what they are saying. If you are going to read Notes from Underground, I would say first read White Nights, then pass on to Notes from Underground, so that you will get used to how Fyodor Dostoevsky writes, because this is shorter, simpler version of it, and then it will be a little hard. Then I can recommend, then we can read more, later on, books like Crime and Punishment from him, or a book like The Idiot, and all that. But for now, I think these two light novels will bring you into his work. And I hope all these classical novels that I have recommended will help you to get into the feel of classical books, which I know sometimes can get real boring, but once you start understanding classical literature, there is no going back, because you will start questioning things in your life, you will start questioning things surrounding you, you will start questioning things that will, you usually won't pay much attention to, but will require you to question, to see the change, not just in ourselves but in our lives, in our careers, in our politics, everything, everything. Because classical literature is literally literature written by people about people and their psychology, just in different format. So that, and it will also increase your English vocabulary, like melancholy. I didn't know that word before I started reading books, especially Jane Austen books. Her characters are melancholy a lot of times. So that, I hope these books help you. There are more classical literatures that I have tried. Like I started with Wuthering Heights. I hope you don't like jump into it like that, because it can be really hard and confusing, and it will take a lot of time. Like you will understand the novel, but you will have to read it very carefully, and very you have to pay a lot of attention to it, so it can get really hard to finish it quickly. So if you want to finish it quickly, you will have to start slow with actually interesting novels. So if you like thriller, you can try The Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. If you like romance, you can try Northanger Abbey. If you want something to be a little inspiring to socialize and help you understand, you can try The Christmas Carol and Notes from Underground. And if you just like heartbreak, pure heartbreak, try white nights, it will always help you. Thank you for joining me today. I hope my video was able to help you in some way. That is my primary goal. If you liked it, subscribe to my channel. If you want more videos like this, subscribe to my channel. I will keep on recommending books that you might like, because I have tried a lot of type of books. Some I like, some I don't like, which is totally my personal preference, but I hope it will be able to help you. Thank you for joining me. Bye bye.